Welcome back to Leggari, everyone. We're going to show you 3 different techniques using our epoxy sample kits. Order yours today.
The link to purchase will be in the description below.
On this sample, we're going to be doing black and silver, pearl white and coffee and brass, and we're going to do a different technique look on all 3 of these. So we'll start with the black and silver. Here's my sample kit. We got our part A, we got our part B, our 2 colors. And then when you guys get a sample kit, you'll get a little note that just says we'll be sending you an email with instructions on how to do it. We have a video that goes over the process. So, and then they also come with your mixing sticks, and we show you guys just to cut them flat. That way when you're mixing in these buckets, you can get right down in the corners. So very simple. We're just gonna open these up. These are all pre-measured, and you have enough right here to do a 1 foot by 2 foot board at our thickness that we recommend. You can stretch it and do a 2 foot by 2 foot board if you want. It's just going to be on thinner. We recommend doing a 1 foot by 2 foot board. Super fun, super easy to do. And they put these on a little tight. So the big one's your part A, and then here's our part B. We have 2 metallic colors. These are all pre-made. So we got our black and silver. Since we have 2 colors, I'm gonna need another cup for my other color. So all I'm gonna do is dump the hardener, the small one, into the big container. Scrape it, get as much of it out as I can. At the bottom. Like I said, just get as much out as you guys can. You can see I got a level here. Make sure your boards are level both ways. These are all level, ready to go. Now I'm just gonna mix this up. Scrape the bottom, scrape the side good. Just take your time, make sure you mix it really good. Last thing you want is a soft sample board. Now we got it mixed up good, so I'm gonna pour just a little bit of that. Again, guys, this is one technique I'm showing you. So we're gonna do a base coat of the black, and then we're gonna do some silver veins. So I don't need very much silver for the veins. I might do a little bit more just to be safe, but you can see the majority of it's gonna be the black. So now I'll move this out of the way. I'm gonna add my black powder. And this is already mixed epoxy, so that's gonna get hard. I'm not really worried about that. Gonna dump your powder in. It's always good to have a garbage can by you. And then we got over here, we also got denatured alcohol and some paper towels, just in case we make a mess and I need to clean it up. So now we're gonna mix this in. And you can see how fluid our material is. It's super easy to work with. It self-levels like nothing else on the market. And you don't really have issues with bubbling. It's just a higher grade epoxy resin. Contractors love it, homeowners love it. Everyone that tries our resin just is blown away at how easy it is to use and how it does all the work for you as far as making your counters or floors look really cool. So we got that mixed up good. Now I'm gonna take my silver and we're gonna add this into the highlight one. Take our other stir stick and we'll mix up the silver. Look at that awesome color. So we got our silver, then we got our black. Now, I got my paintbrush here to do the veins. So now I'm just gonna pour out the black on this board. This is our base coat. We're gonna dump it all out. Got some epoxy on my hands, so I'm gonna get that clean. That way we're not getting it on the paintbrush and everything. Now we're gonna just spread this out over the whole counter. And you probably don't want to use a roller on these sample boards just because the roller, like a nap roller, will soak up a lot of this epoxy. It's just good to just use a brush. But you just spread it out. You can use a small squeegee, like a Bondo squeegee, to spread it out. Look how good that self levels all by itself. Usually if you guys are doing like a counter kit or floor kit, you're gonna have primer, so your base is already gonna be, in this scenario, it would be a black base. Your primer would be black. But look how awesome this is covering it anyways. So now, might as well you guys can paint your edges. So we'll get our edges all painted in. Look, it already looks cool, just one color. And you will get that highs and lows with just one color. So I'm just gonna kinda create some movement in the metallics right now by moving this around. Now we're gonna do our veins. Really easy technique right here. We're just gonna kind of drizzle it off. So notice how we got a thick one here, some skinny ones. They're not all the same. That's what you want. You want to get some nice thick ones, some really skinny ones. And you can do less or more. We're gonna do quite a bit right here. Notice I didn't use it all. You don't have to use all the stuff. That's why I didn't split it in half. I poured a little bit out. Now we're gonna take our brush and we're just gonna flow over this lightly, tilting it at an angle. See how I have it at an angle, I'm not holding it straight up and down. If I hold it straight up and down, it would push a lot of material out of the way. And we're not trying to do that, we just want to kind of move it around. So that's it, guys. This is one technique of a look you can do. And look how awesome that already looks. It looks phenomenal. And honestly, if you wanted to, say you wanted some more, say I want some more silver here, take a little silver, add some more right there. We'll do a little bit more right here. Get a nice fat one there. And then just do the same thing, blend it in. Look at that, super easy technique. Product did all the work for me. All I did was roll it out, add some highlights, and now we've got a beautiful looking countertop or floor, whatever kit you guys are choosing. So now we'll move on to the pearl white and coffee. We'll show you a totally different technique. And you could have did white base with coffee highlights. Even this one over here, you could have did silver base with black highlights. You can kind of do them whatever way you want to do. These brushes leave a lot of hairs left behind. Pull them out. But all we're doing is getting it all coated, making sure the edge is nice and coated. Notice how there's no bubbles on here. It's because it's a really high quality resin. Most products out there, you have the torch, they have thousands of bubbles. It's just a lower grade resin. All right, got that done. Now we're gonna do our highlights. We're gonna do small amounts of white. Like this one, we kind of did a diagonal pattern. This one, we're gonna go different ways. Just a little bit more on here. And then we'll just strip some random spots. Make sure you get them up to your edges, whatever you're doing, counter or whatever, you want to get color right up to your backsplash edge, your front edge. And that's it. Again, we didn't use all of it. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but we're going for a subtle vein look. And then now we're just gonna kind of brush this stuff in just randomly. And if you were doing a counter, you'd probably do a roller, a hair roller or foam roller or something, and really do it a lot. You'd be able to blend it a lot faster than doing a small brush. A really cool look here once it levels out. You can see how this one, once it's leveled out a little bit, the lines are nice and marbleized. Looks really phenomenal. This one will give us kind of the same effect. It'll look really good. Just two different looks, kind of the same techniques, different looks. So now we'll mix up this third one, and we'll go for a totally different look on this one. We're gonna be using a Bondo squeegee. It's just a plastic little squeegee. And then we're also gonna be doing some dispersing effects. So this one we're doing brass and coffee. So now that we got our colors, we're just gonna pour these out in random patterns. No real reason why we're doing what we're doing, just randomly everywhere. That one done. Get it all out of here. Take our brass, kind of do the same thing. Notice how I'm getting the brown and the brass up to edges. It's a really cool technique and it's really simple to do. Now instead of using a brush, you could use a brush and kind of blend these all together, but I'm just gonna take a squeegee and start flattening this off. I'm not really applying a lot of pressure, I'm just kind of flattening it off. That's it, just flattening it off, getting it everywhere. Our product goes on so thick that you got plenty of room for air as far as thickness goes. That's it, now that I got everything covered, we're just gonna leave it just like that. That's simple. Really cool looking piece. You saw how simple that was. Now, we got coffee, brass. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of isopropyl alcohol, 91%, and we've added some black metallic powder to it. Now we're just gonna mist the surface just ever so lightly, and it's gonna create some really cool effects. Come and get a close up right here. Get like right here, get a close up right here. Just misting that surface, see how it's creating some really cool dispersing effects. How cool is that, guys? Super simple, super fun. Right here we did a black base with silver highlights, coffee base with pearl white highlights, and then we did brass and coffee and used a squeegee to spread it out. All of these are super easy techniques and they look awesome. So you can order your sample kit in the description below, and remember, Leggari.com has you covered.
Tell us what one is your favorite, and don't forget to subscribe, comment below, share our videos for your chance to win a free epoxy sample kit. Thanks for watching.